Angel Creations. Welcome to my craft room. So today we're going to be making a little coffee table, like a little tray. It could be on a hassock. It can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be a coffee table. But we're going to be making a little rustic tray using this tray from the Dollar Tree, which I have already stuffed up with a sanding block because we're going to put paint on that. And we're going to be using a package of these stirring sticks from Walmart. They're the small ones, not the 5-gallon ones. And we're going to be using one of these snakes from the Dollar Tree. So let's get right on into this. So I have already cut my snake into 2 pieces. All that I have left is the head and the tail. So we're going to put that aside for right now. And I have already cut my sticks and measured and cut most of my sticks. I have them taped on the back because I just wanted to paint them all at once, just to give us some time saving, just for some time saving effort. So you can do the same thing. You can just tape your pieces together. So these are going to be lining our inside of our tray. So I've already cut them and I already distressed them with antique Waverly wax. And so we just have a couple more pieces to do. So I'm just going to show you how I did that. So you get 2 pieces out of 1 paint stick. And my hands are tired and sore from cutting all those. So if this looks really, really hard, it's not. It's just that my hands are sore. I am using these Fiskar. I don't know what they are really, but they're put out by Fiskar and they help cut wood a little bit better, but I really don't know. And these are gonna split a little bit, but that's okay because this is gonna be a rustic craft decor, so we don't care if they're split. It just adds to our, okay, so that's all you have to do. So now we have to cover these with our antique Waverly wax, and you'll notice that on one side of the stick it's plain, and on the other side there's a ruler. I don't know if you can see that. So you want to make sure that all your pieces are facing up, not on the ruler side. You know, I like to spray my wood with a little bit of water before I do my antiquing wax. It just helps it spread further, and it also gives it a lighter wood technique, and I like that stained look. So there you go. We got those 2 on there. Now we just have to give these a quick dry and we can start putting these into our tray. And you'll notice mine are not all even. We are going to put something on the side here, so don't worry. We're going to put jute or nautical rope or something on the inside there, so not to worry about that. So let me just dry these up real quick, or at least a little bit. And then we will start painting our tray. And I'm going to be painting mine in this. I haven't really decided whether I want to do it in hazelnut or truffle. Truffle is darker. Hazelnut is lighter. So I think I might go with the darker wood color, the truffle. That's why I wanted these pieces pretty light. But I'm going to open up the 2 and I'm going to put the caps next to the color. Now you can do your tray in white, you can do it in gray, you can do it in any color you want. Alright, so those should be pretty good. So that ought to fit nicely right in there. So let me count for you so you'll know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 11, so you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 of these, what are these? I don't know what they measure, probably 12 inches. It only stops at 7 inches, so I'll say it's probably 12 inches. So you only need, what did I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 of those. All right, so now I am just going to flip my paper over and make it clean. I'm going to take this out just because I want to see these colors up next to my wood. So I have this one and this one. And so this is what I have. I don't know if you can see, but I think I'm going to go with the darker one like I had originally thought. So I'm going with Truffle by Waverly Chalk Paint. And I need a baby wipe. Whoops. The whole package wants to come out at the same time there. Alright, so today is Thursday. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well today. I know I am. Busy, busy, busy here in the studio. I have some t-shirt orders. I have some cup orders. Father's Day is coming. I got all kinds of things going on here. I'm going to put my snake over here behind me, clean up a little bit. So now I'm going to put my wood pieces aside and I'm just going to paint up my tray. So the back is black and I am going to keep it that way. So I am just doing the front of it where we're going to see it. The back looks nice already. And I don't know if we're going to need 1 or 2 coats on this. So we will see once we get going here. So I did tell you, right, that I did already sand this a little bit just so that it grabs the paint better. You don't usually have to do that when you're working with chalk paint, but this was so shiny plastic, I decided to do it anyway. Just why not, right? Then we don't run into any issues. And this has a little bit of detailing around the edge of the tray in little dots, kind of like little beads. And that's going to be so cute when we sand this and give it the rustic look, because some of those will, and this is silver in the underneath, so those should show up really cute underneath. You know, when we sand it, the silver might show through, which will be really cute. I'm hoping that happens. Alright, so we don't have to worry about, we're going to just do the inside edges because our wood's going to cover, but we just want to make sure it doesn't show through. So you can give it a little, you can actually give it a little bit, why not? Because that way if there is any cracks in our wood, it'll disguise it a little bit. Alright, so that looks like a really good first coat. So let's dry this up. Oopsie, I'm all tangled up here. I'm stuck on something too. I don't know, but that's okay. We can reach it. So we're just going to dry this up and then I'm going to give it another coat. So let me dry this and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have 2 coats on our tray and now we have to paint our pieces of snake. So I thought I would do mine in the other color. The other color I didn't choose was hazelnut, so I'm going to do it in a 2-tone. And actually it will kind of be like a 3-tone because it will be truffle and it will be hazelnut, and it will also be antique wax, our wood pieces. So this is going to be, let's get a good brush. We're going to have to get a brush that can get in all these little grooves. So let's get that open. We're going to spray our pieces of snake with water. Get that good. You really, really want to dampen your wood. This will make painting it way easier. So I'm going to stick it right in the bottle. And just go at it. And this will give the whole tray dimension, because it's going to have all these different depths to it, all these different colors, but they all kind of go together, you know what I mean? They're all interchangeable colors. On the color wheel, they would be all near or next to each other. How's that? All right, so you're just going to have to do your best to get in those little slots. Just bend it down, because if I haven't told you yet, these are going to make our handles. So you just want to get in those little slots a little bit, and then that one's good. Now I'm going to get to spray it. And this is a Febreze 1 bottle. You can get your own. All you have to do is use up your Febreze 1 and then take the top off and fill it with water. And I love it because it's a mist. It's a nice soft mist. It's not a squirt bottle, it's a mist bottle. Okay, and it's really a wonderful tool in the craft room. So again, just trying to get in all those little nooks and crannies. And it's not hard when you wet it with paint, with water. So trust me, try this technique if you haven't already. I'm sure you've seen me do this on here before with the water, especially when I'm using antique Waverly wax. Alright, so that looks pretty well covered. So let's get rid of this because it's got a puddle of water in it now. Put that aside and give these a quick dry. So these little wooden snakes are going to make the cutest little wooden handles for our tray. Alright, so I'm going to dry both of these up, and I'm not going to bore you with that part of it. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we can judge this up a little bit. We're just going to sand over these little, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little beaded detail on the very edge of my tray. So I'm just going to lightly sand that so that that silver shines through. It almost doesn't look silver though, but at least you can see the little detail when I do this. So just lightly going over those beads on top. Oh. Just a little bit. And then those shine through. Can you see that little added detail? Okay, now we're going to put our pieces that we cut and stained in the middle. So you can do the same thing if you want. I just put a piece of painter's tape all on them so that I could paint them all, but I'm just going to keep them all on that painter's tape. And I am just going to add my hot glue right to the wood pieces. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to add my hot glue. I'm pushing this as I go because I need a good amount. So I'm not gluing the tape. I'm putting the glue actually on the wood pieces. Okay, that ought to be good. Put that over there. And then we're just going to fit this right down the middle. Hold that good. And like I said, now you might do a better job of cutting them, and so they might be straighter, but I just have the worst arthritic hands, so I just did my best, and we will fix the rest. So, all right, now we have to put the other two that I made with you in. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to give it some hot glue and stick. I'm going to stick it actually down there, and I'm going to put my next piece in because it might have to be wedged a little bit. It should fit pretty flush, but just in case, I have to smush it a little. There we go. Whoops, hold on, we chipped it. I chipped my corner. Let me pick up this glue. We can save it, we can save it, we can save it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take those Fiskars and trim it just a tiny bit, because forcing it made it crack. So let me just trim it just a smidge. See if that's gonna fit better. Yeah, that's gonna fit perfect. Alright, let me get some glue underneath it though. There really wasn't much glue here left. Just trying to pick it off so it would lay flat. But hopefully whatever's still there will get hot with this hot glue and reactivate it to go lay smooth. Alright, now we're just going to put this one down right in there. So cute. Okay. Now before we put our handles on, I want to just put a little cording around the edges because you can see that my edges are jagged. So here we have it. This is our tray so far. So now I haven't decided whether I want, you know, the new macrame jute. I thought that might be kind of cool in there, or the regular jute. I kind of like the color of the regular jute better. Let's see. I think I really want to use this macrame stuff, but I think I'm gonna go with, what else do I have? Let me put you on hold for a second and get my rope. My nautical ropes might be, maybe we'll separate them and we'll get one thicker cord. Because I like the color of this, but I would like it a little bit thicker. Let me just put you on hold for 1 minute. Okay, I was gonna unravel it, but this is what happens. We don't want that look. So we're gonna keep it on the whole thing, just like that. Okay, so I found some nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, and I went to cut it, and it frayed really, really bad. So I decided to keep it solid, and what I have done is I tried to fix that end, but it's really frayed, so don't even try to undo this rope. And it's not the same brown nautical rope as they usually have, because this has 4 strands. The other only has 3 strands, and I have undone that a million times and used it. So this is a tighter rope, and it actually has 4 strands in it. So what I did to the other end is I glued it really, really good with some hot glue, and now I'm going to use my scissors and cut it. So hopefully that end will stay. See? All right, and then we're just going to glue that down as neat and tidy as we can around our tray, just so that we can hide our uneven. Let's stop there. That's a good start. Just so that we can hide our uneven pieces. And we're just going to go around the whole thing. And the corner, you're just going to have to tuck it and turn it. Let me see if I can stop there. So we get to the corner, and I'm just going to use my thumbnail and just turn a tight corner. You can use your scissors or something sharp. You just want to give that a good corner. You don't want it too rounded. It's going to be a little rounded because it's rope, but you just don't want it to be too rounded. So now we're going to continue. This will go about halfway. Oh, I got glue on my hands are so painful right now that my hands don't have the strength they need, so they are wiggling. So again, I'm just going to turn the corner with my thumbnail, nice and tight. We'll clean this little glue gob up after. As tight as we can get it. This adds such a nice touch. I was gonna go with the jute, but I think I might have had to do 2 or 3 pieces of jute, which if you don't have this nautical rope, you can use jute. Jute would be just as good. It's just if I have such gaps. Now you can do this straight and not even need this step. But I have such gaps that I would have needed to go around with my jute several times. Just get my corner here. But you can do that, and actually that's a pretty cute look too, going around a couple of times with the jute. Now when I get to my corner piece over here, I'm going to overlap it and try to smush it down as flat as I can, because overlapping it's going to give it a little bump. So I am going to give it some glue, and then I'm going to put it up here. And overlap this and push down in the corner as far as I can. I'm even going to use my scissors to hold that down flat. Push that right down into the corner. Just really holding that in the corner, and then I'll give you a look. I am full of glue in my hands, cobwebbies. They're everywhere. They're between my fingers and stuck on my rings. And okay. Get some more more there. All right, so now we have to cut this little end off, and I am going to use my X-Acto knife for that. And I'm just going to slice it down in the corner. Which this one's kind of dull. I should have brought... I'm actually using it in a sawing motion. But I picked probably the dullest. Should have brought my Cricut one over. And we gotta kind of not cut. We gotta try not to cut the rope underneath it. And you can use scissors. At this point, I think I'm just gonna get in there with my scissors because my knife is just so dull. It's a little tough, a little angle, but it can be done. Alright, now we're just going to give this a tiny bit of glue just so that it doesn't fray. And we're going to just push that down. Just try not to have a big glue mess. We're just neaten up the corner a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to get my glue off of the side over here, and it might take a little bit. I waited for it to dry purposely. It did take a tiny bit of my paint off, so I'm going to just touch that up. See what happened? I got glue on the side, and when I picked it off, it took a little bit of my paint. So my paintbrush is this the one? I think this is the one. So my paintbrush is still wet enough, or I can squirt it, that I can touch that up. Let's get the truffle and dab it on there because that was too watery. I'm just going to use the cover. So I hope everybody's having a good Thursday or had a good Thursday, and everything is well where you are. I have a sick kitty I have to take to the vet. I think she has a urinary tract infection, but I'm not positive, so I know she's not feeling well. And it's not like she gets them. I mean, she had one when she was a kitten, and that's it, and she's 4 years old, but definitely got to take her to the vet later. Well, it's daytime for me. This will be up at 7 p.m. for you. So when you see this, I'll have already probably taken her. We're just drying that piece up. Alright, now we're going to put our handles on. Let's take a look. Pretty cool. Alright, so now, and you can neaten this up with a pen and some more glue. I'm not going to fuss with it. I'm going to fuss with it actually just one more time. But then I'm not really going to fuss with this corner because, let's just use something sharp. Because I think the more that you fuss with it, the worse it gets. Just trying to tuck those edges down. And neaten that up just a little bit, but without burning my fingers. Alright, that'll be fine. Okay, now we get to play with our wooden snakes. So now, let's keep this handy though, huh? So now we are going to just glue our handles right onto I was going to glue them right onto there, but now I'm wondering if I should put them right here and here, because, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put I'm not putting them on the outside because of the slant, because then our handles will be like this. I mean, I'm going to put my handles right. Let's see. I really did like it there, but I think I'm going to put my handles down here because I like it there too, and they're going to stay up straighter. So let's put glue on our first piece of snake. Now I'm just here to inspire you. You guys know that. You can do it your way. So I'm just going to hold this end down. Let that get a good take before we try to glue the other side. I might even drag a little white Waverly chalk paint over this before I do the second one. And now I'm just going to give it some glue here. And put this handle down. So what do we think of the snakes for making handles? Isn't that fun? Yeah, so I'm going to get the white Waverly chalk paint out, and I'm just going to do a little zhuzh. Almost like a backwoods antique wax. You know how we do it with the antique, the dry brushing? I'm going to do it with a little bit of the white. But this is how the first handle looks. How cool is that? Love that. Love, love, love it. Okay, so let's take a little bit. Oh my God, I still have cobwebs everywhere on me. They stick to my jewelry. I live with my jewelry. I'm one of them. I don't take good care of it. I love it to pieces. I love wearing it, so I don't take it off. I shower with it. I sleep with it. I'm bad like that. Alright, so let's take a chalk brush and get some of these loose bristles out, if there are any, because these are terrible for that. And then, let's see, we need a little bit of paper towel to zhuzh it on, you know, dab, dab, dab. We just need a little, that's probably a lot. Dab most of it off. And now I'm just going to start from my edge, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of zhuzh. A little bit of zhuzh this way. A little bit of zhuzh this way. A little bit harder with the handle. So do it before you put your handles on. I like that. I really like that. All right. A little bit harder around the handle, but look at I like that technique better. Can you see with the dry brushing? Plus that really made those little edges stand up nicely. So pretty. All right, let's put our second handle on. So we're going to I'm just going to put it right on my wood, my little wooden snake. Now you could use some E6000 also. That would really make sure that this is going to stay permanently. But I didn't get any of my antique, I'm so sorry, E6000 out, so I'm just going to use hot glue for mine. Alright, and then we're going to glue the next piece down, the last piece of handle. that down. I love how I have an image in my mind of how the craft will be. Whoops. And then I change it as I go. I love that, because it comes out looking something like my vision, but then all the different things we've added to it. So cute. Nice and neat. Holding our handles down. And that will be our finished tray. How is that? So cute. So let's take a cute look. So this is the side view. This is the back view. That was done for us. How much easier could that be? This is another top view. Our handles are so cute. They came out so amazing. So we have the truffle brown on the bottom. We have our antique Waverly wax on our pieces of the inside. And then we have hazelnut on our handles. I love this. I love how it came out. Looking at this now, I wish I had made a word like blessed or something for it, but actually no, because if we're going to be putting this down on a table or coffee table or anything, we don't want the word to be upside down, so just having it blank is perfect. And you can just put all your little doodads that you need, and there you go. And you can use the handles to pick it up too, but I would just do a little E6000 on the handles if it's going to be in a home that will be carried a lot by the handles. This is also great to just put, a little salt and pepper or whatever you need just for some condiments to bring out to the umbrella table or anything. You can use it on your dresser in your bedroom, put your earrings and things when you take them off. But anyway, I hope you love this little rustic tray. I think it came out really, really cute. I hope you liked it too. This is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up, and sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this with your friends, family, and social media. And make sure you subscribe, because we're going to give away a gift card to the Dollar Tree when we get to 250 subscribers. And we are like maybe momentarily, I haven't looked in the last 24 hours, so but when we get to 250 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway. So thanks for sharing, thanks for your comments. Those all help my channel grow, and I really, really appreciate it. All right, everybody, here's today's project. Hope you love it as much as I do. Until I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a come with me to the Dollar Tree, and oh my God, you are not going to want to miss it. It's a good one. It's a real good one. So I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Bye now. Be good and do good.